everyone. My name is Jeannie, and I'm a librarian at the Cockeysville branch of the Baltimore County Public Library. Today, I'm excited to share with you how to make a nature journal and explain why they're so much fun to have. This is an easy activity to do with items that you have right at your own house. So let's gather those things. You're going to want to have a piece of paper that's either cardstock or tagboard. You can even use cardboard. You're going to want a couple of blank pieces of paper that will be the filler of the journal. That can be blank paper or lined paper. You're going to want a rubber band, a hole punch, and a stick, maybe 6 or 7 inches in length. And then whatever you want to decorate your journal with. So, starting with your piece of paper, you want to have it about 8.5 by 11 in size, and then fold it in half. You want to take your filler pages and also fold that in half. About 5 pages is a good number. Slide them together, and with your hole punch, put 2 holes in your book. Then you take your rubber band and you feed it through the back of your journal. The loop that goes through to the front will be where you put the top of the stick. Then you take the rubber band and slide it through the bottom hole, and that will go through the bottom of the stick. And voila, you've just created a nature journal. So you can then decorate the front of it however you like. I used sparklies that I glued on and a sparkly pipe cleaner and some drawing. You can do whatever you want to decorate your nature journal. Then, after you've decorated your journal and you've got all your blank pages, you get to go outside and start using it. And that's really where the fun begins. You use a nature journal to write down your observations of what you discover outside. So to get started, you want to go and find a place that you can sit down and sit quietly for about maybe 5 minutes and just use your senses to see what's going on around you. You want to look and listen, use your sense of smell and touch, and then record that in your journal. Are you seeing squirrels chasing each other? Are there cicadas buzzing like crazy around you? You want to write that down because that's what you're observing. And what you're observing today might not be the same thing that you observe tomorrow or the next day. When keeping a nature journal, if you go outside the same time every day for a couple of moments and write down what you're observing, you'll find over time that you're actually observing the sequence of seasons as they go on. But while you're sitting out there, you might be observing ants carrying food in a line, or you might be observing the clouds going by, or the wind doing, who knows what with the trees overhead. But you might just be moved by the beauty around you. You might want to just write down your thoughts of how it makes you feel. That's a wonderful opportunity to let your creative side out too. There is a very famous naturalist and who was a poet and a scientist, and he spent the majority of his adult life using a nature journal, and that is Henry David Thoreau. He spent from shortly after he graduated college at Harvard until just before he died in the 1800s recording every day in his nature journal. And this was something that he filled with poetry and scientific observations. And it's so much information that is being used by scientists today because they're able to look back on his work and realize that he took in so much information about the environment and the habitat and the wildlife in the 1800s that they can use to compare with what's happening today. Starting with a nature journal today, you never know. You could be the next great poet or scientist. So enjoy making a nature journal and get out there and enjoy what you observe.